I'm gonna do my Fate Trigger review, baby. Know what it is. No, but I'm gonna start off with how I discovered the game. I came across the game briefly online one day. I remember seeing it kind of like an ad or something on a video, I swear. That's it. Then I'm all up on Steam looking at the game, seeing what's available, what's free, what's hot, what's new, what's trending, what's coming out. I see this game accessible by beta key request only. During the time, I didn't really know how else to get that key. So I just requested it, went about my life, kind of expecting not to get the key. I tried doing that with Marvel Rivals beta key and I never got it when that came out. Huge bummer, but that's okay. I got this key to my surprise. So I decided I was gonna do a stream of it, and that stream lasted about 9 hours. So the game was pretty fun. And not just like fun, it was new. So I got to discover a lot, which is always kind of the best part of it. Say that's why Fortnite's always trying to change their maps, and Call of Duty is always trying to change stuff in their maps too. It's just more discoverable stuff so I can play the game for longer. And so that was fun. That's what leads to my next segment, the first impressions that I get from when I booted up the stream, started up the game. You kind of just get thrown in and you get the first glimpse of cutscenes and stuff, and you're noticing the art style. So that's where I'm starting off with. It is a very vibrant, colored game, right? Just like Fortnite, rich, vibrant color palette. It does feel like that same environment like Fortnite. It brings more realistic PUBG COD type of feel to the guns though, mixed in with some Apex type of guns, feeling like they're from the future. But some of those other guns feeling like normal weapons. It's a good feel to kind of have that mix. Whenever you're in the lobby and you go to like loadout, it's like weapons, car, and then glider. When you're looking at the cars, you got a tank car, a fast drag racing car, and then you also got your Harry Potter 4-door sedan flying car. And that's probably the most fun car, I think. Those have a different type of realistic mix with the vibrant, rich color palette theme that this game has, and it's a good mix. So I'm enjoying the art style that it brings to characters, environment, guns, and even the cars. Next is the number of characters. When you first start the game, you kind of get thrown into a trial. Well, I mean, the games are called Awakeners Trials, right? But you get thrown into your first trial, like a tutorial trial. And the first thing you kind of notice is the number of characters. You got to pick your character. I don't know, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 8 or 9 characters. A few of them are blocked off. You unlock them by playing the game and getting stuff to unlock them. And the characters all have a role. You have a DPS role. You have a recon role. You have a defender role. And you have a healer role. And you have 4 people per squad. A typical squad game. There's no solos. No duos, no trios, only squads right now. You can solo queue alone, but you're fighting squads. Just like Apex, you choose your character and your role. What's always fun about this kind of development is the characters that are to come. So it makes me excited for the future. These were the first little things that I noticed about the game, checking out the characters as well as the gameplay. But before I get into the actual like real lobbies instead of just the trial lobby, I was in the range, trying out different sensitivities, tons of different scopes, trying out the guns, tons of different guns. I didn't get to try all of the guns in my tutorial trial. Got to try it out, super fun. That is what's gonna lead me into the next segment, the gun play. So I'm in the range, trying out different guns, different scopes, different attachments, different sensitivities. The gunplay is very smooth. You really got to get that sensitivity in check. You get sporadic and you get that right. It's just like, it feels like Apex where it's just, you feel like you're just lasering people. We got shotguns, we got SMGs, we got LMGs, we got ARs, we got snipers, we got different types of special weapons that are like beam cannons or a grenade launcher that you get from drops. All very interesting arsenal of weaponry. I like it. For me personally, when we're gonna go talking about the weapons, I'm using a lot of the Gladiator AR. And then I'm using the like CL4R whatever sniper rifle. Those are always my favorite too. When I first started playing, I had a lot of SMG AR gameplay, but the SMG just doesn't do the damage that I need it to. The AR is just fine, especially the Gladiator AR. When you get it buffed up with a suppressor and attachment, it's done. So besides attachments that you loot and weapons that you loot and shields and gears, you can get buffs for your weapons by looting supply points. Whatever they're called, they're the orange things on the ground. The best perk I like getting is that AoE effect damage, but they have the AoE effect damage. They have healing nanites where you hit people and the damage you do heals your teammates. They have armor piercing stuff. Plenty of different things for your weapon and also your gear. If you got a purple backpack, whatever, you can like enhance it for healing. Super cool. So I enjoy that actually about it. I'm pretty sure they did that in Apex as well, just a little bit different. So a borrowed idea, which is super fun. Well, another cool / annoying thing, let's just be honest. You can just melt people, okay? You got a gold shield, I will melt you with it, especially if you're getting hit by 2 people. So you die super easily if you're not careful with your positioning and understanding of the game. So it takes time just to learn the map, the map layout and all that stuff. And when I'm talking about positioning and stuff like a battle royale, it brings us to the next point of interest, the map. Positioning on the map. What is the map like? How big is the map? Huge. The map is actually ginormous. You definitely need a car. If you're trapped at the bottom, the zone's at the top, and you're trying to run in the blight, it's a wrap. I couldn't find a car on one of my games, running the whole time, just spamming heals over and over, trying to get to where I can start soaring up to the island because I had to go to the next island over because it was all the way to the top. Yeah, I didn't make it. Like once you start flying, you can't heal. So I just died. So the map, very big. I learned quickly that you need to land at a POI, not just some shack between the POIs, the POI. The little buildings in between them, they're just not reliable enough for you and your team, and I just haven't really been able to get good gear when I do it, so I don't. You definitely need cars, like I said. Running the map is too slow, especially as a defender character. So yeah, get a car. Plenty of terrain, plenty of buildings, trees, robust to maneuver around, rocks, different types of environment like sand to waterfall. Like there's this one area where it's just this weird water and then elevates and there's little ponds and these water glaciers. Super cool, super cool. So use all that to your advantage the right way. A team can roll up behind you all of a sudden without you even knowing, blast you. So unique map elements. You see them all over the place. What makes the game refreshing and makes you want to continue discovering what it has to offer. Like I was saying when I was running up the map and I was trying to get to where you can glide, there's areas where you can jump off the map and you start flying. If you have a flying Harry Potter car, you fly in that. The other cars don't fly, I don't believe. You have to jump out and then you just glide. I've actually used that to maneuver around plenty of fights. You just jump off and kind of fly. You take small amount of damage, but you can get around, heal. Pretty useful, pretty fun. It's unique, so I enjoyed that. High ground's never felt more important like a BR, but I'm telling you, in this game, it's like you think you have high ground. You thought Fortnite was like that. This game's like that. You think you have high ground, it's like boom, all of a sudden a team is there. So be super careful with that because they will pick you off. If 2 of them shoot you, your shield gets melted, you're done. Just make sure you have good positioning. The map offers plenty of terrain and opportunity to do it. Keep on your toes. That's just what I'm learning about it. So if we talk about the graphics in the environment, it feels like a warm world. And the reason it's so warm, the blight is the snow covering it, and that's the zone damage. A very warm world, a lot of water spots. There's sandy spots, little spots of what feels like red autumn, and then feels like a blue autumn, which is funny to say, but different colored little environments. Pretty cool idea when it comes to the blight, like I was saying, turning it into a snowstorm instead of just being like toxic gas or like lightning striking you, right? So without worrying much more about details into the map, the different types of like POIs in the buildings and stuff, let's just keep it simple with it looks beautiful, lots of terrain, lots of POIs, plenty of place to go around. So the thing about the map and how you traverse it and also how you fight mechanics. I'm going into mechanics now because how you get around, how are you allowed to run and sprint. In this game, there's no sliding, no cancel sliding and all that kind of shit. There's sprinting, you can kneel, you can lay. I like that, you can actually lay down. When you're laying down though, you can't aim any lower. So you definitely want to kneel if you want to aim down. While you're laying, you can only aim pretty much ground up. Toggle or hold. I've debated if I want toggle sprint because you hold sprint so much. I definitely toggle crouch because it's hard to move around while holding crouch in this game like that. So I toggle crouch, I don't toggle sprint. Individual abilities are a mechanic in the game, right? So learn your character, learn their abilities, how they benefit you, how they benefit the team. Have some fun imagination with them. That's what I'm kind of learning, to be more imaginative and not be afraid to even just use my abilities regardless. So those are all different mechanics about the game that I noticed that I can just kind of bulletin point without getting into like 8 paragraph long details about each one. So I say one of the features missing in the game, and I believe they actually did update this, so this is at the time when I wrote this. But at first, when I changed my keybinds and I accidentally hit another preset, it erased my custom keybinds. So I had to redo them, not that there were many to even do. But I think they changed that actually, so at first it was a bad quality of life thing, but it's already updated. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. So that's actually huge. And I like to see that quick update on such a thing because why are my keybinds being undone? Another thing is like conflicting keybinds like C. When you're in a car, I'm on keyboard and mouse. When you're in a car, I hit C to peek out the window. You only really have to do that if you're driving. If you are in the passenger seat or in the back, you can just ADS and you'll aim out the window. But if you want to stay out the window, you do have to hit peek. So if I hit peek, it's C, but C is also to toggle semi-auto to auto. So every time I hit C, unless I switch it, the keybind, I'm peeking, but I'm also switching from auto to semi-auto, and that threw me off a lot. It should really be able to prioritize, hey, I'm in the car, I hit C to peek, and not C to toggle. That's just something I think. I mean, other games can do it, so. Another feature that I actually filled out a survey for. I mean, anybody who played the beta probably did the survey. You get rewards. I talked about the toggle. I mean, on the far left, it does say, hey, this person toggled this, and it does look a little better. So I think they updated it after these surveys went out. But at first it was like somebody toggled something on the map. I couldn't even see it. Like I would hit M, pull it up. I'm like, where the fuck did they even mark? So I think they're getting better with that. I did fill it out in my survey. It was actually a question about it too. So I know other people were definitely talking about it. So that's a quality of life thing I know will get better for sure, given that they already did the keybind thing. That probably was already updated. Like I said the other night when I was playing, it actually looked pretty well, or I'm just getting more used to it. But at first, it was definitely hard to tell what people were even marking. They're like, it's over there. And you're like, where? It's not popping up on my screen. I want to see a better quality of life thing, like the HUD highlighting could be better on it, whatever it is. That's just another feature I would like to see. Now, going into the next topic, it isn't really transitioned from last, but with everything kind of just what we talked about, the characters, the mechanics, the cars, the map, the environment, the gunplay, first impressions, what we think about the graphics. Now it's just like, hey, I was playing the game. I was playing the game, quick play. I was playing the game. I was playing ranked. Both of them. Ranked play is a very interesting place. There's definitely cheaters on there. I'll tell you what, they just know where everybody's at. And it's like, yeah, there's obviously good players. I've played, high level games before, but there's definitely some cheaters on there. You can tell in the Discords and stuff too. So, they got to nip that in the bud. I mean, every time I play the game, it says I'm loading in an anti-cheat or whatever, but it's just like the anti-cheats don't do much these days. The hackers are just too good. So that's kind of a bummer already because it's like a beta. Like, you're a loser. Go do something with your life if you're cheating. But I played solo queue enough. Then I met some people. We played some, squads for ranks, a lot of them. I actually have a lot of people added now. But at first, it was just solo queues. As I continue to learn the game, characters, weapons, maps, strategies, and all, I've been growing more and more ensnared within the vision of what Fate Trigger will be. Really, it's an anime hero squad battle royale. The vision of what's to come makes the game more exciting. The games are long and they can be slow unless you decide to go aggro, like I was saying, just fly around in your car and push people the whole game. This is cool. You see the potential of the game growing, people changing the way they play with their characters as imaginations flourish and we learn new mechanics and different things we can do. I love stuff like that. One cool thing about the game too is the free allowance in the game for purchases and characters and different types of gun skins. The new game brings new adventures. That makes me excited to keep playing. That's what gaming is all about. New adventure that keeps me entrapped in the world and I keep playing. So I hope you get to try Fate Trigger as well. You know, get a key on Steam or Twitch, or the game's coming out by the end of the year anyways, but I don't know when the beta ends. I'm pretty sure that's later this month, so that's kind of a bummer if it does. I hope they extend it. I believe if the Battle Royale genre is your forte, this game will fit perfectly in your library. I hope you enjoyed my beta review. Like and subscribe to see more. Come on by my live stream whenever you can. I'm live all the time. Until I see you again in a video that I so rarely make, but will make more. Some catchphrase here.